Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to this segment of Module 8. Module 9. We're going to be looking at month-end trades, and specifically we're looking at an example in the S&P futures. So what we're going to be looking at is the S&P 500 futures month end. So what we're specifically looking at on the month end of the S&P 500 is obviously order flow in the last 10 minutes of trade. Obviously, there is good trade opportunities to get short, so there is um, a trade to get short at um, 8 o'clock London time, which is a decent trade, but again, it's largely depends on market structure and if you're bearish already in general. So sometimes the sell comes in quite early, an hour before the cash close. However, we're looking for sell side flow in the last 10 minutes of trade. So the market closes at 9 o'clock. We're looking, well, the cash market closes at 9 o'clock. We're looking for the last 10 minutes of trade. That's where all the volume comes into the market. We're looking for sell side flow. Um, as with everything else, as we mentioned with even the bunds, we're looking for aggressive clips at market. So we're looking for higher than normal clips. We want to see, the S&P is a little bit thicker than the bunds, so instead of a 1 or 200, we're looking for, 300 plus, 300, 400, 500. If we get something big like 1,000 lot clip, that's a great sign. But we want aggression. We want people to come to market and auction the market lower. So what we're going to be looking at is specifically the example we're looking at. The example is the 30th of October 2015. We're starting this clip at 8:50 sharp. And we're going to be running it and seeing if we can spot any trade opportunities in the last 10 minutes of the flow. So stay tuned and let's see what we can see on the order book. So currently market's trading at 2080 and 3/4. So we're seeing, as you can see, the market's a little bit jittery. It's doing some decent volume, 100 lots coming through, 490 lots just come through at 80 1/4. So that's already a decent sign. And someone's come and stepped into the market and traded some decent size. We're seeing another 300 lot step in at double lows. Notice how much flow is actually coming into the order book, and it's going to be really difficult for me to actually spot every single detail in the order book, but try and stay with me with regards to what I'm seeing. I just saw about 630 lot just got clipped, 300 lot reloading there at 79 1/4. I'm going to try and get involved here because it seems as if we're already seeing a little bit of sell side flow come into the market. And the thing is, even though I'm a little bit passive at the minute, when I really see the big flow come into the market, I'm not going to stay passive. I'm going to try and get into the market a little bit earlier, and hit market aggressively. So in the first small pullback, I'm going to be trying to get short in this market. You could see the big orders are now sitting at 78 3/4 and 79s. Did not get a fill there, which is really unlucky. It just traded my price. I'm not getting filled at any price here. So we're currently trading. It's 5 minutes past. We're looking at the market, trying to spot any opportunity to get short because it seems as if the flow's coming in really heavy and thick at the minute. We're not really getting anything here, but it seems every price is getting taken out very, very easily here. Every time we go offered, we're taking out the price super, super quick. So we're going to try and actually hit market soon. As soon as we see that some big size come to market, the next sign of big size, we're going to try and just get involved because at the moment we're not getting filled. We're staying out of the market and we're not being able to trade anything really. So we're coming into the last couple of minutes of trade. Let's see if we can get even the slightest bit of a pullback to try and get short. If not, remember the last 1 or 2 minutes is really when we see the true flow. So we're going to try and be very aggressive in this last minute or so. The market's kind of slowed down a bit. It's trying to find a little bit of a bid here. The first sign of reloading on the offer, I'm going to try and take part. So we're seeing a bit of reloading there at 76 and a quarter. I'm going to take part at 76 and a quarter. Very, very tight stop here. We've already seen a decent move into this area. Obviously, for some traders, it's very difficult to actually take part this low, as we've just sold off, 4 handles or so. So we're starting to see some size come into the market now. We're coming into the last minute of trade. We're just taking out the lows here. As you can see, the market's now trying to find where the biggest buyers and sellers are. If it finds liquidity, if the sellers can find some liquidity on the bid, they'll try and clip that quite aggressively now. Remember, we don't really want to see this go much offside at 76 and a quarter. Notice how the volume profile, we've seen a lot of volume traded here and reloaded. The next big offer that comes to market, I'm going to try and be rather aggressive. The market's now trading 76 and a half. We've just gone bid through that area. Now just notice how we're reloading again at 76 and 3/4. I'm going to try and get short again with another clip. I'm trying to keep this risk really tight, but notice how every time someone tries and takes this market bid at 76 and 3/4, someone's selling it aggressively at him. We don't want to see this go much higher than here, so we're going to try and see if we can get another clip off if someone comes in aggressively. So we're just seeing that aggression come to market. We want to try and get short aggressively here because someone just stepped in and sold quite a bit of size. So we're seeing a little bit of an exchange here. We're going a little bit offside, so we're not trying to we're try and keep our risk tight, not anywhere above these 77s and 3/4. I'm going to try and cover our position, but we're looking for that that extra flow into the market to come into this last minute of trade. So we're keeping our mouse hovering over the bid just in case we go a little bit too offside, but we're sticking with the flow at the minute, so we're confident that we could see a bit of a flush. Look how the offers are coming in really thick and fast here. We're going to try and sell a little bit more into this close. We're coming in last 20 seconds here. Look how the flow's picking up and the offers are getting really thick into this close. We're coming in, we're in the last 13, 12, 9, 10 seconds, sorry. We're looking some really decent flow into the sell side. Notice how the offers get really thick and they're coming into market here. We're going to try and start covering our position into this close. If we see any blip, we're going to try and quickly get out of it, and that's pretty much the close. The market just closed there. Unfortunately, the replay software just stopped at 9 o'clock sharp, but hopefully you guys did notice the flow that came into the last 10 seconds or so, 10-20 seconds or so. The flow gets really quick, but effectively what I would have been looking for into the last just after 9 o'clock, if we do get blips, because a lot of the times we get a blip on that flow, when the big sell side comes in and we get a disproportionate blip to the downside, sometimes I keep bids just resting below market in case the market blips, and if I get filled, as soon as I'm on side, I'm clicking very quickly to get out at market. So that's more or less the strategy. Unfortunately, it stopped a little bit ahead of time on the replay software, but notice very clearly, if I have to point this out, it's the last 1 minute we see true flow, and especially last 10 to 20 seconds. That is really where you're seeing a lot of the sell side flow in, and notice how the character of the market has changed. Coming into the close, we're seeing a lot bigger offers come in to the market. Anyone that's not getting filled on the offers, so everyone, you could see the offers. Just bear with me for 1 second while I try and get this pen up. Seems like it does not want to come up for some reason. a little bit annoying. Um, in any case, I'll just draw here. So what we're seeing is on the offer side, we're seeing, and you can see where I'm pointing out. There we go. It's starting to work now. Before we had the offers were a little bit thinner, and as we come into the close, look at the 1,200 lot, 1,100 lot, 1,000 lot, 1,300 lot, 1,600 lot, 3,400 lot, and then this is what we're seeing. This is where the sell side is getting aggressive, and it's showing its hand even. And when you can see their hand, you don't wait and be passive. If you can see them coming to market, sell with them. Be aggressive and sell near the lows if you have to. So this is really what we're looking for on a month-end trade in the S&P. I'll try and post a couple more videos on some other equity indices, but the crux of it really, and what I really need to highlight is, don't get ahead of yourself just because you know that there's sell side price action. A lot of the times, not every time, but a lot of the times, you don't need to get short if you don't see the price action. When it comes in, as you just saw, it's very obvious. The sellers are coming in with lots and lots of size, and they need to get their orders done. So you can sell with them and try and take a few handles if you can on decent size. Thanks very much for listening, and stay tuned for the examples to come. Bye-bye.